I'm boiling some water to make some tea, so just give me a minute. I'll be right with you. I'm gonna go outside. Yeah, little tea with my honey. I keep thinking the moon is out because of this light I'm wearing on my head, this lamp, and I use it when I ride because I have lights on my bike on the back and then the front because the revenue generators want to like really extrapolate every little penny they can from the public, so they'll give you a piece of paper that says you have to send them a denomination of some kind of penalty out of your pay to show that you're going to agree with their little fucking their little thing where you have to have a light on the back of your bike, which I do understand because, when I approach pedestrians on the sidewalk, I'm about 40 yards or 50 feet behind them. I have a bell, I don't ring it a lot. I just ring it. And when I pass them, I sometimes say, excuse me, But I hate it when, these people go, I go by you, they're like, fuck you, I would have hit you if I had a chance, I'm just winding my night down. I'm going to walk to the ocean and let you guys hear the ocean out of this crappy microphone. What do you think? You want to do that or not? Do you want to hear the ocean? You can't really see it. But you can hear the Atlantic Ocean if you want. I don't know, that might not be exciting. That's all I got for you tonight, people. Just wearing a fucking t-shirt. I feel bad for those of us who are really cold, I really do, honestly. I know how they feel. Fucking hell, this gate is a pain in the butt. I cuss so much. Gosh, my live stream's going to be thrown in the toilet. So, I've been ignoring people's texts. Oh, there. S-Mass is here. Hello. S-Mass, it's good to see you. How's how's life? You know, it's, I mean, like all these years I've been, you know, it's just when it's just, you know, and it just seems like it's so close right now. It's really like, I was watching, the day after the other, like that old 80s, 1983, you know, the nuclear war movie with Jason Robards and stuff. And there's this scene like, when it was all starting and there was people in a college, you know, this girl's listening to AM radio, or this guy's listening to AM radio, and the guy says, Russia just invaded Ukraine. Or was that, I don't know, I think that was the line. And I was like, you know, it's just like, because none of that stuff really surprises me anymore, you know. It just doesn't, because there's been so many things to warn us, you know. They like to play their game. They like to, like a cat toys with a killing of something, you know, a cat. I think the cat is really one of the only species that kind of toys with its prey. I like cats though. What is this? I'm trying to see this since the notification came through, and I've redrawn three. What? I can't. Hold on a second. I'm having not doing good here. YouTube technical problems. Let's see. Redrawn. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. It might be your internet. Mine's working all right. My signal's going out really good. You know, I have like this cruddy Econoline phone service, you know. So we're going to walk out to the ocean and we're going to hear the ocean. How about that? And you can see what you want to see. I mean, the moonlight's kind of nice, you know. I think I have the brightness all the way up on this camera. But this is one of the oh, fuck. Spider web. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. Okay, so it's the red. It's not March yet, because March through October is when the turtles, I really don't want to fucking send them into hell. It's like 1 out of 1,000 of their offspring really survive, so I really like turtles. I think they're pretty fucking cool. I would never want to put one in a cage and keep it from living its life, though. I mean, if you really had a bond with an animal like that, I can see where you both, you know, you could really feel the spirit of that little buddy. You know what I'm saying? So I know our little buddies, they all have something inside them that, like us. Oh, there's the waves. There's the waves. Hey, Kobold. Hey, John. What's up? It's a headlamp. I can use the different color. I'm a commie. Don't you know that? Yeah, I'm moving into a place on Tuesday. Fingers crossed. Like my own place, you know? Nobody else. It's not going to be very big, but no, the water is very cold. John. Yeah. You know, no, I just got off work, so I'm still wearing my my boots, but yeah, during the day I was out here, but I took some photographs and video I'm going to use later in another one. What did you guys think about even though it's auto, it's mono-aural. That is what they call it, a mono recording. Aural was referring to hearing. I don't have stereo mixing ability on my videos, but with that guitar and the ocean sounds in the video, I don't know, it was day before yesterday I put out, I don't remember what it's called. One or two of you, if you have like speakers, like play it and just turn it up and tell me how you think of the mix, like the guitar and the sound of the ocean. You know, how it sounds, even though it's mono. I just can't really do that because of my situation. But it's one of the elements of, I think video is really important, is the sound. It's like just as important as the video. But did you guys get a good hear of the ocean? I hope you did. Let's see. Yeah. I know people are going to say mono-anal. Yeah, no, aural. A-U-R-A-L, which refers to hearing and using your ears. 2 ears, 1 mouth. As my grandmother used to say, you know, listen. But, you know, I think listening is really, really important. But also, you get to listen to bullshit. That way, if you know about the bullshit, you're better informed about the difference between shit and shinola. I don't know. My ex-roommate, boy, this person was on a 4-day bender. And it didn't work out. That was really nasty. Yeah, I got her on video saying, "Get out of my house." She used to yell at Alexa, and it would play this same fucking this ballad tune. It goes, "Baby, we found love right where we are." You know that song? She played it over and over and over and over. It drove drive me insane. That's the bad thing. I know that a lot of people who do music, they cannot handle hearing a song over and over and over. It's actually my Achilles heel. So you guys that know want to torture me, play the same, like Saturday Night Fever, or that would get pretty annoying. Yeah, play that song over and over again. God, but no, I'm not a prize. You know, I've had alcohol things. You know, I had my bottles of whiskey. Let's see. Hold on. No. Girls just want to have fun. Let's see. Trying to turn this thing around. Turn the beat around. Love to hear the percussion. Oh, a leaf just fell. Turn it upside down. You know that? I'm really bad. My voice is not as good as it used to be. Like if I warmed up, you know, I could probably sing. But it's user serviceable singing. It's not like, you know, like the singer. I call my singing user serviceable because, I don't know, one of the things I teach in guitar is singing notes that you play scales. So when you play, you're really you're hearing what you play. Let's see, when I was a teen, I would get my allowance. Let's see, I get my allowance too. Let's see, I got my allowance whenever my mom got paid. Yep. But yeah, I used to do that too, but when I was little. And there's some songs, like a few years ago, I found this electronica song, and it was a free download. This guy in Amsterdam, and it's just like, I like a lot of, I like Philip Glass, and I like Maurice Jarre, and I don't know, people who do actual musical electronica, not like, you know, I don't know. I like the Crystal Method a lot. They're really amazing. But not, you know, they're not what you think if you've never heard them. They're not, you know, big crystal meth people. Anyway, so what was I trying to say? I don't know. Music, it's, I don't know. I can't pontificate on that anymore. I can't. There's no way. So, let me turn off this fucking light. God, I cuss a lot. Jeez. Wow. At least I'm not on the radio. This is a live stream just for adults. And the moon, there is a cloud covering, so it's probably going to rain tomorrow, and that's going to be fun. Riding in the rain means you get wet ass, because the back tire splashes right on your crack. Sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to say that. Alright, well, it's too late now. I said it. It's just out there. What are you going to do? Did you guys like the ocean? No. Was it bad? Oh, look at the moon. It's always over my shoulder in these videos. It's interesting. Guess I'm kind of lucky that way, I suppose. Yep. Come on, I'm trying to do the gate. This gate is like... oh no, here comes Mr. Creosote. Anybody remember Mr. Creosote? Monty Python, and now for something completely different. The real fat guy who walks into the restaurant. And he ends up throwing up into the buckets, and that is one of the funniest fucking things. And then he eats all that food, and John Cleese brings him wafer-thin mint. He says, I couldn't eat another. He says, but it's just a wafer-thin. And he eats it, and boom, he explodes. All over the restaurant. His intestines and all that shit is funny as shit. You know, gluttony. Anyway, so thank you for tuning in. I guess I'm going to sit here and Gonna go check my tea out. Does anybody want to hang out and chime in again? I got next week I'm gonna buy StreamYard, so I'll be able to have people on. You guys can cuss me out or say whatever you want. Hold on. I'm gonna go check my tea. S-Mass, that Frank is a mooeh. Right. Yeah, I'm real concerned. I think that there's going to be. It's like all these people that I've known on YouTube. We're talking like 15 years now. April will be 15 years for me, and it's just like I don't know. I really met some really neat people that I never would have been able to meet, and that's something I'm really thankful for. That people were, you know, you know. I'm saying, like, I really get the idea that I didn't meet people that were full of crap, Yeah, it's crazy weather, isn't it? Isn't it crazy weather? Right now, it's about 70. I shouldn't say. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, you know. Ooh, and that's hot tea, buddy. Ooh. I like that Show Me Baby's cooking show. That's pretty good. It's really sad we can't talk about stuff we used to be able to talk about 10 years ago. See, that's the thing. Eating, I love to eat too, but I really eat one meal a day, but I eat lots of little meals over the course of a day. But I eat a dinner, but I really, most of my life, I've just, I mean, in the marriage thing, it was like, dinner and breakfast, and dinner and breakfast and lunch, and making food for, family. But myself, my monastic experience, my life existence is pretty much just one meal. But I eat like, bit of bananas and here and there, and maybe some chips and salsa, and at work, because I can eat. They feed me free at work, which is such a freaking blessing. I have quesadillas. Yeah, Big Man Otis is great. And Robert Bodell, that whole thing about Robert Bodell is just too much for words, man. Wow, roasted chicken, huh? That's pretty awesome. I like roasted chicken. Roasted chicken is great. The world's gonna run out of chickens, though. That's what they say. Oh, you know what's up. You know what's up, Mass. You know what's up. I like to cut red potatoes really kind of thin, and lightly fry them in olive oil, and like add like diced garlic and diced onion, and I'll add paprika, and I'll let them cook for a long time on a low heat until they're like golden brown. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the way of the world, man. The cooking show. Yeah, home fries. I like paprika in scrambled eggs, actually. I had a girlfriend who was from Hungary back in 2011. She was so beautiful. God. Wait. 2012. Well, that's good. Cooking skits are good. Scrambled eggs use a little bit of sour cream. That's the secret. Oh. Oh, okay, so you're doing a roll. That's good. Improv, right? I don't know about the Paranoid Prepper. I don't know. I put one thing of him in that song where he's talking about the four-lock door, and now it's gone and there's a window there. Yeah, they renovated where I did that video, so I thought I'd do something, but I don't think that's, Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't ever think about what I'm going to do before I do those improvs. I get an idea, and I where I am, and I use what's on hand to work off of. Yeah, John, I'm really lucky though. My head chef where I'm working, he's pretty cool. He plays like these weird punk songs on his Bluetooth, because like whoever the head chef is in charge of the music. But later in the night, I play I got Spotify, which is pretty crazy, but there's a lot of classical music and a lot of jazz and Frank Zappa and old Scorpions, UFO, Michael Schenker, Gary Hoey, who did that song Hocus Pocus, and punk, the Vandals. I really, really like the Vandals. Those guys are great, But I really don't think punk has much. I don't know, man. There must be. I know there's good punk, but it's just. I find that like there's a guy named Wazy on here. Wazy 35, I think. He's been on YouTube as long as me. He's got a tiny channel. He's got like 90 subscribers or something. I don't know. But he has a garage band or a punk band, and he puts out stuff, and he's really good. And then there's MIDI Punk. He's got a channel on here. He's been here as long as me. MIDI Punk. I would love to jam. He's a drummer. I would love to jam with that guy, man. Damn. Yeah. We did do a collab, or he took a video of mine and played along with it. This was like 8 or 10 years ago. That came out really cool. I don't know where that is. I don't know if it's on my channel or not. There's such a mishmash of fucking over 1,000 videos on my channel. It's just, I'm just like rudderless. I'm so directionless on this website. That's why YouTube hates me. I'm the round peg that doesn't fit in the square hole. It sucks. Well, I don't care. It doesn't suck. Sometimes it sucks. 'Cause, fuck you, I won't do it, you tell me. Can you believe those guys? I heard some tonight in the kitchen, and I was just like, man, those guys, they're such... They're like, you can't come and see us now if you don't get the thing. Like, why don't you go eat some bad food, you idiot? How could you do that? Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me, and then you fucking be part of an experiment? That's ridiculous. God. That's really, in my opinion, of course, I have no respect for Rage Against the Machine at all. No. I talk to stray dogs in the street, they walk. Really? It's not going to go away, John. It's not going to go away. It's never going to go away. Not until the plug is pulled. That's not going to go away. I knew this was going to happen before, Canada. I really support those people, really big time. Those truckers, and it's, yeah. And only like if you live in a trucker family do you know how much our country relies on truckers. A lot of people take shit for granted. Where's my shaving cream? How come I can't get my bath oil? What's wrong? The new socks I want are not here, and I can't order them online. God. Oh, man. What will they do? I don't know. I think I have about... Me and my friend Walt, we have probably 6 weeks of water and food, but that's just like, I don't know. There's no basement, there's no low place to go. I don't know. Oh yeah, definitely. The mainstream media is really trying to vilify those people. You know how they vilified Bradley Manning or Chelsea Manning, how they humiliated that person who showed us the truth. Yep. You need to know how to, well, crap, man, save your casings. If you have a metal protector, you got to save those casings, man. You never know. But you got to know how to make stuff, that's for sure. And if the electricity is off, we're going to be back into the Stone Age. Yep. Well, I'm really leery of, I want to make sure if I eat a plant that I found that it's not going to kill me. Oh yeah, learn how to make your own ammunition. If you can. Let me tell you something, man. They were actually really accurate about that stuff. And here I'm going to bring up a show you guys probably hate, but in The Walking Dead, in the 7th season, the clans are really having a hard time finding ammunition or guns, and after 7 years after something like that, if these corpses are still walking around, there would be sites where there were skirmishes, right? So you would have Zeds walking around with rifles on their backs and with ammunition in their load-bearing equipment, right? And there is an episode where Michonne and Rick when it all went down, it was obviously a carnival, but then they turned it into a FEMA camp and it fell, obviously, 7 years before or whatever it is. So they're able to get these guns and ammunition from, most of the zombies were fucking soldiers, right? So they, did what they did, and I thought it was pretty, it's realistic. The thing is living people, everybody who's alive after whatever happens, is going to be really hard for us. Yes, exactly. That really pissed me off. The Whisperers. The Whisperers. That is so stupid. But that character, that fucking actress, that whole thing. I kind of suspended my piss off about wearing flesh on your face and not getting sick and getting bloodborne pathogens and shit. And it wasn't so bad, but it was just so the believability. I mean, George Romero zombie movies. I mean, I know it's not. Maybe it's possible. I don't know. I don't think. I know that that's something that they would really like to do. I think that they might have some. Yeah. Oh, it's. Are you kidding me? I think they stopped showing a lot of stuff. Greg Nicotero doesn't like to show the same type of gore at the same, all the time. And George Romero was like that. You see something once happen. Look at George Romero's movies. You saw like in the first Dawn of the Dead, when they're in that, when the SWAT team is raiding that apartment building, and the guy that guy's going insane, and he kicks open the door, and he shoots that person in the head with a shotgun. The mold that Tom Savini used was for what's her name, who was the female actor in the movie, one of the survivors. And if you freeze it right before it explodes, you can tell it's her face. It's really funny. But yellow fever could not. Yeah. Well, there's a cocktail of spinal meningitis and rabies. But wouldn't the victim, the carrier, not be able to walk? Or is that a good and an intentional way of giving the rabies a kick to turn the carrier into a rabid monster? I'm talking like 28 days later kind of thing, Somebody, somebody who used to be a truck driver, or somebody who used to be a baker, a mother, could turn into like a monster, just, See, that's the thing. In Dawn of the Dead and George Romero's movies, anybody who dies comes back. So apparently, like in the original Night of the Living Dead, it was something about a satellite. They said there was some satellite, that was on the radio. They were talking about that. But I don't know. Of course it can't happen. I mean, the dead don't walk. But that's exactly why I particularly appreciate well-done horror zombie movies. There are some crappy freaking movies out there that are so bad, and people probably think about those movies, and they're not any good. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up. Anybody want to suggest any good channels out there they've seen lately? Please just type in the name of the channel. I'll look for it. I'm always eager to. There's some pretty cool people here tonight, so if you find somebody you think is cool, I'd like to see them. Because, we're a dying breed. Cool channels that are, I don't know, but War Campaign. Okay. War Campaign channel. Okay. Survivors by Terry. That is quite good. Wow. That looks interesting. Is that on Netflix? Survivors? Yeah, it's on Netflix, isn't it? The Leftovers. Have you guys seen The Leftovers, that HBO show where like 80% of the world's population just disappear? That was really good. That was a really strong frickin' show. It was 2 seasons. It was really good. I thought it was great. It deals with a whole lot of shit. Just if you ever had, if you ever are laid up with a broken leg and can watch this, The Leftovers, watch it. It's pretty wild. And Black Summer. Anyway, you guys seen Black Summer on Netflix? I thought it's very strong. It's really strong. So it's and they in the second season you get to see a lot of people who were prepping and how they're surviving, and that's some hard ass shit, dude. That's some really strong writing. It was pretty well done. I was quite pleased. I was like, man, you follow the main. There's a woman who survives, and another guy. Out of the first 5 or 6 people who start in the first episode, there's only no wait. Well, I think they're gonna make a 3rd season, but there's like only 3 of them left out of 5 people. I mean, this is corner by corner, street by street, how they get out of this neighborhood and how they figure out how to survive. They hide in a diner. They even go to a rave where people are in denial of the shit they're like raving down in this complex or something. It was kind of weird. Anyway, thanks for letting me talk about shit I like. Let me see, did I miss any? I know I missed somebody talking. Yes, John, check it out. Black Summer, it's pretty good. I'll tell you, it's a 28 days later kind of thing. It's not zombies. And also like World War Z, but it's not filmed that way. It's done very much like Danny Boyle, actually, who did 28 Days Later. It's done in that kind of guerrilla handheld, but it's not too shaky all the time. It's not like that, but I thought it was good. Yeah. Okay, the series. Okay. Yellowstone. The Mentalist. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, Doctor Who. Yes. YouTube Yellowstone Boba Fett. Okay. Thank you, Kobold. And War Campaign, okay. Okay, alright. Alright, yeah, so after getting Spotify, I found Emily Remler. She's an amazing jazz guitar player. She worked with my stepfather, playing gigs in the mid to late 80s. My stepdad, his name's Mark Copeland. I don't know, he used to live in New York. I'm sure he got out of there. My mom divorced him in, I think, 1983 or something. But there was a lot. I met Mike Stern, who played with Miles Davis. I mean, when I was a kid, I met a lot of musicians who, Pat Metheny. I met Pat Metheny. George Duke. I met George Duke. I met a lot of people. But Emily Remler, she was over one afternoon rehearsing with my stepdad, because we had a separate, where the garage was. There was a rehearsal room behind the garage, adjacent to the house. We had lived in a Rambler. And she and I were talking, and she shared a joint with me, and this was really cool. We walked in my room, and I had Van Halen posters, and had Jeff Beck there and back, the album was sitting against, and she like loves that album. She was like, oh my God, I love this record. And she said she loved Eddie Van Halen. She was like, God, he is amazing. But she plays some great jazz. Just look up Emily Remler. Emily Remler, Remler. Yeah, she showed me some stuff on guitar, man. It was really cool. She was so pretty. What was I gonna do? I was 16, but yeah, she was a good person. She died in 1993. She was in Australia, and she died of a heroin overdose. Okie doke. Let's all smile, even though the world is going to shite. Alright? Don't eat anything bigger than your head. Thank you for listening and watching. I'm going to try to change a lot of the mechanics of my channel, and I'm working on that, and I hope you all have a good evening. Good night.